Hello there, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS English News at 5. Let us begin with the top stories for today. Several students sitting for the Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia SPM on Tuesday had to travel by fire and rescue departments BOMBA boats to 2 examination centres due to floods in Bau district. Bau Fire Station Chief Tawang Linggim said they received instructions from 2 schools and the Bau District Education Office to provide transport services for the students.
Okey, yang pakai bot hanya 5 orang. Jumlah yang 16 tersebut adalah jumlah awal untuk ke semua mereka dari kampung berlainan. Yang 5 orang adalah satu dari kampung saja. Yang guna bot hanya 5 orang. Yang 5 orang adalah untuk yang siri pertama pengambilan dan yang kedua adalah 3 orang bagi siri kedua masa mengambil mereka. Dan yang 3 orang tersebut dihantar ke SMK Paku. Yang 5 orang SMK Lake.
It was reported that the roads frequented by students to attend school had been cut off by flood waters following heavy downpours since last night, February 27th. Continuous heavy downpour since the weekend has caused several areas in Bau, Kuching and Padawan districts to be flooded. As of 12 p.m., 2 temporary relief centres (PPS) were set up in Bau for victims from 7 families.
Pencak silat is now comparable to other martial arts such as wushu and taekwondo. The Premier Sarawak Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg said such martial arts not only enables people to practice self-defense but also preserves and enhance culture and heritage.
Kepada anak-anak silat, pertahankanlah budaya ini secara profesional. Dan seterusnya buatlah latihan supaya anak-anak akan menjadi juara di peringkat antarabangsa. Saya mengambil kesempatan ini sekali lagi untuk mengucapkan syabas dan tahniah kepada para perguruan silat khasnya di Sarawak yang sudah berkorban untuk meneruskan budaya silat di tanah air kita ini.
Abang Johari added silat can no longer be called the martial arts of the village folk, as it has proven to garner interest internationally.
Sport silat adalah bukan saja satu sukan di negara Tenggara Asia, tetapi ia juga menjadi satu acara di peringkat antarabangsa termasuk Eropah dan juga Amerika Syarikat serta Afrika. It becomes a global sport, and I would like to say here that we will promote this sport professionally so that we can include sukan silat in the world agenda.
He said this in the opening speech of the Premier International Silat Championship SPISC 2023 at Stadium Perpaduan Kuching on Monday. SPISC 2023, which runs from February 27th to March 5th, will feature a lineup of 500 silat practitioners from 21 continents in and out of the country, such as the United States of America, the Netherlands, the Philippines, Indonesia, and Kyrgyzstan. They will compete for a reward of $20,000 and a championship belt.
The Unity Government will continue to conduct research and propose initiatives to improve the governance of the country. Some of the already proposed institutional reforms include the establishment of the Electoral Reform Committee ERC and the Whistleblower Protection Act 2010, Act 711. For further insights, we have Muhammad Yusuf in Kuala Lumpur. Go ahead, Yusuf.
All right, thank you, Lorenzo. Now, to add to your point, just now, the ERC was formed back in 2018, yeah? To examine any proposals to improve the election management system with all of its stakeholders. And fast forward to 2022, a special cabinet committee was formed to then scrutinize suggestions by the ERC, which is then to be discussed by the Cabinet of Ministers in the near future. And this was the statement by the Deputy Prime Minister, not a statement, but rather his answer to a question during the question and answer session of the Parliament this morning by Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof, who is our Deputy Prime Minister. Another point I would like to highlight is that the Unity Government will also be amending the Whistleblower Protection Act 2010, pardon me, Act 711 to further improve it so that the Unity Government will be able to realize its National Anti-Corruption Plan 2019 to 2023 to establish a nation free of corruption. And this amendment, or rather improvement, will also consider inputs from several engagement with stakeholders, such as the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, and the Government Accountability Project, GAP. And aside from that, the government is also committed in reforming the Parliament's institution by re-establishing the Parliament Service to realize the government's plan on separating powers between legislative and executive organizations. And this will actually differ services that can be provided under the Parliament from the public sector. And yes, this has yet to be finalized. But once it is finalized, it will be then submitted to the cabinet meeting for further scrutinization. And for the full report, be sure to check it out on our website at www.tvstv.my. And that's all the report from me. Tune in to TVS Utama for more reports right here from the Parliament. Muhammad Yusuf and Zulkifli for TVS Kuala Lumpur. Thank you, Lorenzo.
Trade and living costs assured that next month, more eateries and restaurants nationwide will be joining the Menu Rahmah initiative. Its Minister Datuk Seri Salahuddin Ayub is optimistic that the number of restaurants will double by next month, as the initiative is aimed at helping to reduce the people's burden.
He explained that this does not include participation from some fast food restaurants.
Yang awal bulan depan akan masuk pula McDonald dan KFC. Okey, tak masuk lagi tu. Old Town White Coffee juga telah menawarkan Menu Rahmah.
He was met after officiating the implementation of Menu Rahmah at R&R Dengkil Food Court at Elite Highway, southbound today, with Works Minister Datuk Seri Alexander Nantalinggi also present. Salahuddin said currently there are over 700 food stalls and restaurants nationwide offering Menu Rahmah. Meanwhile, Nanta said some 215 stalls in R&R areas along all highways had offered menu rahmah to date, with an additional 100 stalls expected to join in the initiative next month. Salahuddin revealed that his ministry has not received any issues or complaints in regard to the initiative so far. The ministry will also look into alleviating the cost of preparing menu rahmah on food stalls operators by controlling the prices of basic goods.
The use of the automated entry system AutoGate at Kuala Lumpur International Airport KLIA has been extended to visitors from 10 low-risk countries beginning Monday. Home Affairs Minister Datuk Sri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail said that this measure is to ease immigration clearance at the airport, especially during peak hours.
Kita sedia maklum bahawa pintu masuk utama negara sepenting KLIA ini, security clearance dia bukan saja kita design untuk tujuan cop pasport biasa, tetapi juga ada beberapa elemen pemeriksaan yang lain kerana aspek keselamatan tidak pernah kita abaikan. Namun pada masa yang sama, clearance jabatan oleh immigration ini harus berlaku dalam tempoh yang munasabah supaya memberikan keselesaan atau kelegaan kepada travelers.
He said this at a media conference on the expansion of AutoGate facilities to foreign citizens at KLIA on Monday. The 10 low-risk countries include the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Japan, South Korea, Brunei, and Saudi Arabia. He added the decision was made based on a cost-benefit analysis, which accounts on the expansion of automatic gate facilities will benefit about 855,000 visitors, or 27.1% of all foreign visitors entering the country.
Another earthquake shook southeast Turkey recently, killing one person, injuring 110, and causing 29 buildings to collapse, triggering frantic work to rescue several people believed to be trapped in the rubble. The latest aftershock, with a magnitude of 5.6 and a depth of 6.15 kilometers, hit 3 weeks after a massive quake that killed more than 50,000 people in Turkey and Syria.
Yunus Sezer, head of Turkey's Disaster and Emergency Management Authority, AFAD, told a news conference that search and rescue teams had been deployed to 5 buildings. AFAD's General Director of Earthquake and Risk Reduction, Orhan Tatar, said there had been 4 fresh earthquakes in the region in the past 3 weeks, as well as 45 aftershocks with magnitude between 5 and 6. On Sunday, AFAD announced that the death toll in the devastating quake 3 weeks ago had risen to 44,374. The overall number of deaths in Turkey and neighboring Syria exceeds 50,000. More than 160,000 buildings containing 520,000 apartments collapsed and were severely damaged in Turkey by the disaster, the worst in the country's modern history.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines, anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. That's all the time we have for TVS News at 5. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching.